And welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of the Lost Podcast of Titan, a father and son journey to the sci-fi series that unite our generations and the occasional Gary Newman song. And today, we are going to be watching the Star Trek original series episode, The Mark of Gideon, which Papa has been
Got,
trying to push off for the past, 20 minutes now.
well, whenever I hear the Mark of Gideon, I guess I keep hoping that this means that a guy dressed in a black cape and with a sword leaps onto the Enterprise, does the Mark of the G on the corridor wall, and then slinks back out of view.
That would be kind of interesting, like a Q-type character who just,
Yeah.
pops into existence on the Enterprise and starts to duel. Doesn't kill anybody. Maybe injures a little bit.
Well,
Kidnaps one of the lovely ladies who clearly has some issues.
don't all women in Starfleet have issues of some kind? It
Uhura
seems.
doesn't have issues. Deanna Troy didn't really have issues. She had a mother. I don't think that counts. Let's see. Beverly Crusher didn't have issues. Wait, what did you grumble about? What's wrong with
I
Beverly Crusher?
Not too much. It's just that.
Just because she gave birth to Wesley Crusher doesn't mean it's her fault.
Well, that's gonna go against her in heaven when she gets to the pearly gate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Beverly.
Now
We're gonna
Tasha
have
Yar,
to-
Tasha Yar had some issues.
Well, deservedly so. I mean, the poor girl.
True.
I mean, raised up in a planet with rape
With
squads,
roaming rape gangs, yes.
and then how does her life end? She gets killed by a tar pit,
Oh,
by an oil slick.
that's actually kind of. I mean, did they plan that? Was this the exit episode for Tasha Yar, or was it just we have to kill her quick? Let's figure out a way to do it. Behold, the skin of evil. We need a costume.
I'd have to an evil skin. I'd have to go back and look at the synopsis for that episode. There was something that prompted.
There was a crash shuttle.
Yeah, I know, but the reason for writing Tasha Yar, I mean, there was apparently some kind
quitting.
of issue with Denise. Yeah, Denise Crosby said, "Screw this."
Yeah, but what I'm wondering is did they have pre-planned episodes for exiting the characters, or did they
I don't
have
know. That
skin
would
of
be
evil?
interesting.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Frakes. I understand that you have opportunities. However, if you decide to leave this show, your character is going to be absorbed by the killer clowns from outer space. And the last shot of your character that will be seen will be the slow pan up, the Kubrick stare of white face paint, and a red honky nose.
And a really great theme song.
That's also true, yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead.
I can't vouch for all TV shows, but I used to think, I once heard that there was one television studio,
Yeah.
where they kept exit episodes scripts on file, and whenever someone would kind of get out of line, they'd sort of wave that little script in the air in front of them.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, well, I do know that in Babylon 5, which is superior to Star Trek, fight me at it, Straczynski had escape plans for all the characters in case the actors had to leave.
Huh.
Like, that was
That's
all. That was something that happened, so.
That would have been an interesting weekend project for the writers.
I think it was just him. Didn't he write
Uh,
most of Babylon 5?
He wrote a good portion of it.
Yeah. But anyway, go ahead and put us on pause while you pull up Star Trek the Original Series, The Mark of Gideon, on your favorite physical media streaming service, and come back to us when you're ready. Welcome back, and we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, play.
And we'll actually try and stay on subject.
Oh, no, that's not going to happen. I doubt it. What was the synopsis of this episode? A light beams down to the planet, or something like that?
No. Well, what were they going to do if the Enterprise decided to scan anyway?
This would turn out to be like the Gideons are an ancient and powerful race of unspeakable technological advancements, and they would, you know, it was a test for the Enterprise.
Hmm.
020. It's probably longitude, latitude, and depth, or sine, cosine, length. I don't know.
This is so important that Spock has to handle the transport.
I've noticed that. Dun dun dun. Oh, that's right. You told me that this was the low budget episode where they had to be
Really,
like
really low budget.
dun 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 dun.
We'll call the bridge.
At least the ship still works.
Yeah. And in my opinion, we're seeing right now what I consider one of the badly plotted episodes for reasons which I'll expound upon at the end.
But why keep us in suspense? If
Well,
we're gonna go through 10 minutes of everyone's dead, Dave. Everyone's dead. Everyone's dead, Dave. Everyone's dead.
no, I want to see if it occurs to you.
Oh, okay.
Here in my feel safe.
Safest of all. Listen, if you had did a general call and Bones didn't answer,
Yeah.
make the assumption here.
Or get someone saying, "Hey, I'm trying to sleep here."
The shock. I'm alone.
It's all mine.
Now try and contact Starfleet.
Yeah.
Uhura's console is right there behind you. Or contact Gideon.
Yeah.
They're right below you.
I mean, we're a little slow on the uptake here, Kirk.
I don't know. I think he has that syndrome where you feel you're under a camera the entire time and you have to ham it up.
I wonder if there are some actors who have been on so many television episodes or movies that they unconsciously feel that that there's always a camera being pointed. I mean, I know you've had actors who are always on.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
always in. Yeah, Mae West being a classic example.
Mm-hmm.
But it just doesn't sound entirely healthy.
Well, there's also the what was I going to say?
I don't know.
At least as of late, there are some celebrities who it is very rare when they are not being filmed, just like by fans and by paparazzi and shit.
Yeah. It's the second name in the writer's credit. Stanley Adams. Does that name ring a bell?
Not offhand, no. It's not Cordwainer Bird, so far so good.
No. He played in Trouble with Tribbles, Cyrano Jones.
Which should have been Mud. I mean, let's be honest.
I don't know if Roger Carmel has ever written any.
No, I mean... Oh, you mean he wrote the Trouble with Tribbles?
No. He didn't
Yeah.
write The Trouble with Tribbles. He wrote this episode.
Right. And Cyrano Jones was the traitor, right?
Right.
I'm saying the traitor should have been Fenton Mudd.
Oh. Now, except for the Enterprise, This is the only other set you'll see in this entire episode.
Eight 7 5 2 5 da 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 da. Why, it's the center pillar of the room here. It holds everything together. We thought it was very symbolic.
And now we see where the leftover costume from Atlanta of Troyes ended up.
Wait, these were leftover costumes?
No, I don't know for sure, but it just looks like the same kind of costume.
Also, there's a science officer there in the background who was just tired of this shit.
Boy, he's a big hill. And why are we at Gideon in the first place?
Oh, dilithium crystal, yada, yada, yada. Wait, he just said the galaxy, but I mean, that's not the case, and he doesn't know it. And he knows that he doesn't know it. The fact that he's also aware that there are Romulans and Klingons, too, is also... Spock is a liar.
Oh, not Spock. Spock's always got an out.
And, yep, there we go. That's my new favorite science officer right there. He's like,
He's thinking, I get paid for this.
you get a SAG card, gets insurance for a year, gets to go to the actor commissary. He gets to go to Star Trek conventions for the rest of his life.
Really? If I could be an agent, maybe that I could represent background Star Trek characters.
Oh God. No. Okay, all right. This is in the later half of your career, right? You've already made your big hits with the big stars, so you already have a nice residual income. You're well set, all that stuff. So now, to amuse yourself and also to help the background people, you become the agent. That's a fucking series right there. You become the purposeful agent of background characters. It's either you get them jobs as background characters, or you try and give them their big break. What the fuck is this?
That's the requisite female. And she says, I'm the requisite female. Didn't you read the script?
She had to think about it. This is not a good sign. I don't care if there's grass on the field. Don't play ball, all right? That's a rule. If they can't remember their name, I don't care. Too crazy.
Played by Sharon Acker, who is another one of I've been in a shitload of TV shows type act. Oh, she was in Galactica 1980.
Oh, be still my heart.
Yeah, but I imagine there are maybe a few people who really jump up and down because of. Well, I was dancing at the other end of the sound.
Dancing in the street. Dancing in the street.
I never liked her look, and I can't put my finger.
It doesn't show enough skin. Also, it might be the fact that she's in a real shit episode.
Listen, lady, you're on a ship alone with James Kirk. Be afraid. No, they're all hiding behind the doors, quietly trying not to giggle out loud.
Too long.
Not that long.
I was about to
I
say, they don't give a shit. They are tired of this motherfucker going willy-nilly back and forth across the quadrant, causing trouble.
Maybe if they had this problem in the first season, Starfleet would have been a lot more appreciative of the situation. Here we are in third season, and oh god, not another message from the Enterprise.
Try and get the crew of the SS Cynical Bastard to maybe swing around, blow up Gideon. That solves the problem. How does he know it was 9 minutes?
He just looked at the chronometer, and I think we're supposed to presume he knew the exact time he was in the transport.
Well, yeah. But how does he know how much time had passed between the time he got on the ship and back on the ship and wandering around?
He was looking at the chronometer on the command.
No. What I'm saying is, how does he know there was 9 minutes gone from the time he beamed down and beamed back on the ship if he didn't see a clock right away when he got back onto the ship?
Okay, I think he's making a ballpark estimate.
9 minutes is not a ballpark.
You're standing at a navigation panel, and there's a science officer panel within a few steps. How perceptive, mon capitaine.
But now I'm afraid. Oh, Jesus.
You've already got this written in your head, don't you?
Pretty much. Stardate, blah, 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 blah. Fuck these Gideons, opening fire. That is not good news. Fuck you. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Whisper, 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 whisper. Nod, nod.
Why not?
My man had to get his head shaved on the right hand side, and all he gets to do, both of them got shaved, and both of them they're just going to be staring at the screen.
Yeah.
And the guy on the left is just going to whisper, 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 whisper. Peas and carrots, peas and carrots, peas and carrots.
I mean, I should have just, gone to acting school. Maybe I could have just sat around and do nothing and wear a interesting outfit. He's been around humans a long time.
Yes, Your Excellency. Oh, whoa. To summarize, go fuck yourself.
Or to borrow that line Woody Allen once made, I told him to be fruitful and multiply, though I didn't use those exact words. Oh, calm down.
Rumble, grumble, growl, grumble.
Wait, where'd the other guy come from?
Very well.
Oh,
Very excitable. The fuck?
yeah,
Wait, what? He had to ask about the word for coordinates?
yeah.
Wait, so Kirk was going to beam right behind that one guy's chair?
Apparently. No, you agreed to that.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, someone's getting feisty.
You're the leader of Gideon. You're the authority.
I guess we'll keep your bald guy then. Ha ha. Oh, so now he's going to try and contact Starfleet.
Well, that depends. I mean, how far is Gideon from the nearest star base? Hello?
As far as plot requires.
I keep hearing something breathing heavily in your end.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, but there was something like a big piece of furniture being moved over.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was me rolling in my chair. That was my bad.
Oh, okay.
I had to get more comfortable for this exciting Star Trek episode.
Why don't you just stop the ship entirely?
dun. Well,
Well, if
yes,
you're
it
in
is.
if you're in England, the BBC is projecting a big image.
Wait, what?
That's what you told me during the Threads commentary, that there is no sunshine in England. It's the
Oh God, yes, that's
BBC.
right. That's right. Yes. Oh, you got a license for that sunshine? Oop.
Lady, you're about as interesting as a bottle of Elmer's glue.
Listen, she's the only glue on the ship. Okay,
So they got to stick together.
that's right. What?
And yet she's sitting very close to the only other person on the ship.
She doesn't mean alone. She means alone. That would require writing, sir.
Take her to sick bay, run a scan on her, and maybe do they have a scan of a normal Gideonite?
Gideonite.
First thing that came to mind.
My crew. My ship. She's she's sitting down right behind you. Is there a hive mind?
Our planet is a ongoing South by Southwest.
So what is this? The overpopulation episode?
Yeah.
I've come to slay you with my beauty.
You may have to work a little hard.
Kirk, what are you doing?
Touching her face. For a moment, I thought he was going to pull down the top of her costume.
I don't think that was allowed on television.
I don't think. Oh, come on. This has to break a record for Kirk kissing the female.
What the fuck? So now we have voyeurs?
Look at the screen. Look at the screen. Hey, look at the screen.
Dude, at least we don't do the flash forward, backwards, forward, backwards.
Yes, thank God.
Wait, how did he injure himself? Did I miss something?
Yeah, we were talking. He had a boo boo on his arm,
Oh.
which must have occurred during the period that he was in trance. You hope.
So what? He's not actually on the Enterprise. He's on a replicate a copy of the Enterprise. As the people of Gideon looking on him and his reaction to being alone or something.
You're close, but not quite. But here we come to one of the few scenes where we actually deal with an outside viewing port on the Enterprise.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hi, we'd like to talk to you about Amway.
What the actual fuck? No. Yes, very good, O'Donnell. We'll find out. Photon torpedoes.
I doubt that they're operational, but that would have been interesting if it had been so. I mean, if the Enterprise they're on has been so well replicated that it actually had operational weapons. Welcome to Stating the Obvious 101.
So this isn't as bad as the alternative factor or some of the other stinkers, but this is woof.
It's draggy.
Yeah.
We're belaboring a lot of points here.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I think I know my problem here. She's rather toothy. She's got too big a mouth. She sort of reminds me of Sandra Bernhard in Hudson Hawk.
Okay, that's fair. But to be honest, I think part of the issue is that her character itself is just not that appealing. As
No.
far as the love interests of Kirk go, it's not exactly top tier.
Well, she's the only tree in the forest, so
That too. And she's also not the 17-year-old daughter of the famous playwright, who's also an insane murderer. Which, I mean, God bless Kirk.
yeah. Somehow in the past they got a memo saying, "Okay, cut out the pre-adolescent relationships, because there'll be a person in the future who will just bitch about it constantly."
17 is not pre-adolescent.
Well, I was sort of hedging my bet, not knowing.
I would kind of hope that even in the 60s and 50s, pre-adolescent relationships were like not a good idea.
Well, what about Miri?
Mary.
First season.
Yeah, but that one Kirk wasn't seducing her.
Well, she was trying to seduce him.
That's like, yeah, but Kirk was sane enough to be like, oh, that's cute. No. The fuck is this bullshit?
Here we get into the
The Revelation?
Revelation. Holden is played by David Hurst, and even though he's billed here as being O'Dona's father, there was only like about 10 years difference between their age.
Well, that's what you get when you put on a little bit of gray hair.
Yeah.
With who?
Gideon.
And? Like, I'm very sorry, but I really sometimes don't give a shit.
Well, he's got 2/3 of the argument. Isn't that enough?
Seriously, yeah. Cut him some slack.
What a puss.
Also an asshole.
Yeah.
He infected her with love.
People die for love, and no one will. Reread the script.
Like, get Harlan Ellison to give a Passover on this. God damn. Like, throw in some drugs and some ham-fisted talk about how everyone is important. What the fuck?
So during initial negotiations, they asked for the medical record of Starfleet officers.
The actual fuck. So are they importing a disease so that they can purposely cull their population?
Okay, you've pretty much nailed it.
This is a rather, like, if they've made this decision, there are easier ways.
Thank you. That
What kind of fucking bullshit is this?
I mean, birth control.
Birth control, yes. Also, not well, yeah, but I mean, also you could just go around, bang, bang.
Or colonization on other planets.
That
Spread out the population.
that's also true.
See, was really poorly thought out, in my opinion. No, he said
Dun,
no.
dun,
He said
dun.
fire photon torpedoes.
Full speed ahead.
Let's go to another planet.
Mm-hmm.
Roll in credits. If we took the original episodes and modified them so that we ended it about after the first 10 or so minutes and rolled the end credit, I wonder if they would get higher rating than the original episodes at full length.
Like, I'm sorry, but this is why fucking Star Trek was canceled. Okay. All right. So how would we fix this episode? We have a population, basically exploded. They can't leave the planet. Let's fix that. Their race.
Like what they're doing. Get in touch with a spacefaring culture.
No. Okay, no. We have to make it so that they can't leave the planet. Something in their biology means that they have to stay on the planet. It's something in the air, water maybe, and it can't be synthesized. Magical MacGuffin bullshit juice only on this planet.
Yeah, I'm just saying you might want to listen to this conversation.
They're just walking in circles.
Pretty much.
Uh-oh. Is better than a condom.
So why are they complaining about being overcrowded?
You're asking them to make this is like asking, a person blinded by faith to, think logically.
Actually, I have to go back and check. I wonder if there was any controversy about even suggesting birth control on a television episode in the 60s.
I mean, condoms have been around, but I think did the birth control pill come out in the 60s?
Late 60s. Late 60s, I believe. And they're starved for personal space on that planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they decide they're just going to build an entire replica of a Constitution-class starship.
Also, yeah, why go through the rigmarole? Just beam him down, say, hello, Captain, welcome to the council chambers. As a precaution, we need a sample of your blood to make sure, you're healthy, etc., etc. This will only take a moment. Grab the blood. That's it.
Yeah. End of episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stanley Adams, he helped write the episode, but he was not happy with the final form.
Mm. So there was changes.
Yeah. And I found nothing regarding controversy concerning the suggestion of birth control. Good luck on that. Sir, you are a cad.
How about no?
Excuse me while I whip this out.
You must go to her. Go to my daughter. Show her the ways of love.
I cannot think of the worst of any Star Trek character so decrepit morally that they would actually make love to a terminally ill person.
Listen.
I'm
We had
listening.
McCoy, who clearly had training on, sexual assault because that's part of being a doctor, take advantage of a woman who had just been sexually assaulted. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Like, I have issues with Kirk, but Bones has some very questionable episodes. Also, how did the Gideons get the schematics for the Enterprise?
That's another good question.
Oh, did you hear? You know about the Russian space shuttle?
The Baran?
I don't know about that. Now I'm talking about like we had our space shuttle in the 80s, and Russia was building their own space shuttle. That was an exact copy of ours before they collapsed.
There were differences, but yeah.
You know how they got the schematics and the plans for the shuttle?
Okay, that I am not clear on, so go
They
ahead.
asked.
Ah,
They,
okay.
they mailed in a request for schematics, and they got them back because like the space shuttle was a government funded shuttle, so there's like freedom of information request, all that shit. Apparently, anyone could get schematics for the space shuttle.
Have you, I suspect you're not very familiar with Russian aviation technology, but have you ever heard of back during World War II, we were flying B-29 missions against Japan, and one of the B-29s ran into trouble and managed to reach Russia where it, crashed.
Right. Okay.
Well, the Russians were arranging to have the American crew sent back to America because we were allied with them at the time. They took the remains of the B-29 and completely reversed and copied the fragments and such, and came up with the Tupolev Tu-4, which is a practical duplicate of the B-29.
I mean, like I'm always a fan of if it's a good idea, steal the hell out of it.
Well, how about some dedicated old volunteers?
Yeah. Why is it always the young who must be sacrificed?
Really. And do something with that plant in the corner. That bum.
As long as there's not a lizard on the wall.
Yeah. It scampered off somewhere. In fact, this episode would have been a great opportunity to have a shot of it being the only moving thing in a corridor. Yes, the episode has so many minutes left to go.
Is this shit almost over? Okay, good.
Well, there's an early review of the episode.
I mean, oh my god. A whole planet of idiots.
Well, a review of the episode by the
Mm-hmm.
authors of the book Beyond the Final Frontier. It says that the episode starts out spooky and tense, but collapses well before the end under a mass of plot holes.
Pretty much. Which bugs me. Like, this should be stuff you figure out as, like, on the first read through. Like, when
Yeah.
you sit with your writing friends and you go, hey, here's this quick episode synopsis. Here are the beats. Bump, 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 bump. You know, you should be able to uh, get the honest feedback of like, this is shit. Why is he doing this and not that?
Yeah, or when the actors were reading through this, no one raised a question?
I think they were all just surprised they got a third season.
Or they were busy updating their resumes?
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Isn't this transporting a minor across state lines or something?
She's
The
not.
man.
She's old enough, right?
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess.
Da, 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 da.
Which leaves the original
Hello.
problem.
Yeah.
It leaves the original problem unresolved.
I'm going to introduce you to my friend, Mr. Fenton Mudd. He'll be sure to escort you across the galaxy. Well, yes, my dear. Hello. Like a creature in a cage? Like what?
So they're aware of the concept of a gentleman's on a place like Gideon.
Well, a gentleman in Gideon is one who keeps their hands folded across their chests so they don't, accidentally grope. Because they're all bumping into each other.
That would be creepy to see, actually. I'm going to go down to my planet and create biological genocide. What a wonderful...
So how did you meet your mother? Well, you see...
we kind of bumped into each other.
She was trying to genocide most of her planet as population control. Her father was insane,
The whole world is insane.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
There's got to be habitable empty planets or even underpopulated
like I said, it could have
planet.
been solved with a, we can't leave this planet. There is something on this planet that keeps us alive.
Okay.
I think they've even done it before, where like there was an enzyme or something. Whatever, might have been in the Next Generation episode.
In the movie, the one with the planet with the regenerative radiation.
Oh wait, the Star Trek Insurrection,
Insurrection.
the shittiest Star Trek movie of all time.
Well, I'm nominating Nemesis for that, but
Nemesis had a cool ship at least.
well, but it weren't the Sona inhabitant who inhabited the planet, weren't they somehow linked to the ecology of their world?
Okay, I'll be honest.
Or if I'm thinking,
I've seen that movie once and only once, and I have had no desire to ever see it again.
I feel your pain. Yeah.
Like I think I've only seen Nemesis fully once, and then after that it was like I would watch what do you call it? Outtakes, not outtakes. Scenes.
The unkept scene.
Right.
Which were a lot more interesting in the movie. Yeah, I remember you seeing Nemesis. That was your bachelor party. You and I caught it at the movie theater.
Yeah, me, you. Also, I think Jesse. Did you join us? I forget.
I don't remember Jesse. I remember him and a friend, and we all went to see Mad Max Fury Road.
That was Richard, I think.
That was okay. Oh, and hi to the audience who's...
Yeah, hello.
Hanging on every word.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to my bachelor party over 20 years ago.
Anyway,
oh, wait, no, was it? No, it wasn't. Where was it? No, it wasn't. Okay, whatever.
Anyway, I'm giving this episode a C plus, and it should
Uh,
consider itself fortunate.
C minus. I'd skip it. Skip, 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 skip. But what do we have next? That which survives. After Enterprise landing party members beam down to investigate a geologically interesting planet. Oh god, that's the hook. The ship is hurled across the galaxy. Really, like that? That's their measure of interest. Is like, oh hey, that's interesting.
Well, it has Lee Merriweather playing a creepy alien woman who has this interesting way of vanishing in and out of place.
Really? Hold on.
Yeah,
Let me see if I
I
can get a
looked at.
good look at her. Hold on. She looks like a a Mortal Kombat villain. Okay, all right. She's color coordinated and everything. I'm not looking forward to it.
Well, how about Battle in Outer Space?
I'll see if I can watch the movie before next episode. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
But I hope you all enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen, and that we will see you again next time.
Yes, and y'all behave.
And take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.